My job for a year was to work on these banana fields and carry bananas. Kibbutz is basically you go to Israel for like a year. And during that time, during that period of that year, my parents sent me like this box of goodies from South Africa. This box took about 6 months to arrive. The only thing that survived was this magazine, right? Everything else
Out of
was
everything.
out of everything. In the middle of this magazine, there's this competition for a new film school. And the one night we slept on the beach, and I remember this, it's quite funny. I remember this like the morning we woke up, there was like this guy standing there just watching us. So as soon as I got back, I wrote this, I can't remember, I think I wrote a short story based on my experiences in Israel. That year of carrying bananas, on the shoulder, just prepared me to carry a camera on the shoulder. And Rob shot, he's like I wanted to be Rob because he was like one of those DPs that just, like did groundbreaking work in the industry. And at some point, we got word in the industry that he's going to leave and he's looking for a replacement. And he told me about it. And he was like, listen, I think you should come and replace me on Jacob's Cross.
Lena ke le bona la ka diatsholo mailang wa thela ntesa jing singwathane jampolo ke felletse lona ngumafu phela uqunta ulanga lokulungu nontanda kuphakanyiswa hey ndiyanixelela. This is the master key and I'm Khojani Marai, the captain of the ship. I've got an exciting episode coming up. It's someone that you never really expected, and luckily, or by the grace of the higher power, Nizombona. His name is Zeno Petersen. Hey man, he's been on shows like Red Ink. He's been on shows like Isitimbi. So, I mean, Jacob's Cross. When was then? Isibaya, Shaka Ilembe. He's the man that's carrying the heaviest weight ever, which is a camera. How you doing, brother?
Thank you very much.
Good, man. Good to have you on the show. I know that it would have taken time if I didn't know you to get you here because you're busy. You know what I mean? So someone came on the show and they're like, it's about who you know. I'm joking. Let me not get into that. Good to have you here, sir.
Thank you very much. It was a cool introduction.
Good, man.
It was a powerful introduction, man. I love it. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It's always so cool to do things like that because I feel like we have this responsibility of giving back.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So even though you say that it might have been impossible to get me, I'm always willing and open to do these things because I feel like it's time to educate younger people and to give as much knowledge that we've gained over the years back to them. So hopefully this helps.
It will. Echoing what you're saying right now is, it's quite important to, inform and educate the young ones that want to come in, you know what I mean? Even the old ones that are on the verge of giving up, you know what I mean? It's not really easy out there.
It's not.
I feel like we should educate a lot of people out there that it's all in the mind, it starts in the mind.
Yeah.
I feel like for most of us, it starts in the mind, but like we as time progresses and goes on, we give up.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's actually a funny thing. I thought about that the other day, right?
Yeah.
And I think about where I am in my career right now.
Yeah.
The age that I am,
Yeah.
right? And that I'm only kind of getting the attention, of my work or the
That
attention
you've always
right
wanted.
now
Yeah.
that I've always wanted, right?
Yeah.
So it's not an overnight kind of thing. You got to work at it. Right? So if you start young and you put in that work, then hopefully one day when you almost 50, you'll get the recognition. But it's worth the wait, I guess. It doesn't come overnight, but you never know, man. Like some people are lucky, some people hit that they create that piece of work that everybody like looks at and goes, wow, these guys are great. And sometimes it takes you years to achieve that ultimate kind of like dream and goal, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Although you've done like amazing work throughout your career, it's always about that one thing that shifts the mindset of people, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're right. Look at my face right now. I'm sunburned.
Exactly.
I come from set. He's
putting
like
in that work.
he's like in the next 50 years, you're gonna get what you look at me right now. I'm not even halfway. Like,
It's because you're putting in that work.
Yeah,
Right? You giving it your all. And I mean, I can't say much about our relationship right now, but just like I've worked with you, and I really appreciate the kind of effort that you put in to your work.
Gratitude.
Right?
Gratitude.
And you don't find that a lot, funny enough. Yes, there's like, we've got amazing actors and creatives in this country.
Yeah.
But now and then you just meet those people that just, arrive on set, and they just have this like spark, and they are serious about their craft, right? And hopefully, more people do that and take it more seriously. It's not just about what I always say, it's not just about the title, right? A lot of people chase the title, right? They don't chase the work and the effort and all of that you have to put in to be able to sit where we're sitting right now.
Yeah, and it's not really overnight. It doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah, some people are lucky, man, but like I find that I had to really work for my kind of how do I say it, my title or my name.
You've earned your stripes
to be out there. 10,000 hours. That's what they always say. You got to work those 10,000 hours before people really take you seriously. Yeah.
How many years has it been now?
I'm always so shy to say this because I'm I'm much older than people think I am.
Yeah.
I think I've been in the industry now for almost over 20 years, right?
Ooh.
Probably more than that. I can't remember when last I counted.
Ooh.
So 26 now? 2026. So probably 2026. So 26 years.
26 years.
Yeah.
I want to know how old he is. I'm joking. I'm not gonna do
look it up. People are gonna be like, yo, grandpa sitting on that chair over there. What's he doing?
He's saying grandpa. He's the coolest grandpa out there if he is one. Come on, bro. Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
He's the coolest. It's just not long ago I had Mr. Uga here.
Yeah.
Adze Uga.
Yeah.
He was talking about his relationship with Angus, Mr. Gibson.
Yeah.
It was like, this is how they met, and this is how you came into the picture. In fact, he didn't really elaborate. So I'd like you to break it down for me. How did you get to meet him and Angus? You want to start with Angus and then come with...
I mean, I can start with how I ended up at BOM.
Or maybe your journey first, right?
Yeah, I guess, my journey, ooh.
Let's start with that.
You want to start with the journey?
Let's start with the journey.
It's an interesting story.
Because we're here for you, you know what I mean? It'll be nice hearing your journey. Yeah.
Okay, I'll start with my journey. I always tell the story because I find it so interesting in a way, right?
Yeah.
I went to an art school. I was studying art. I come from like a very artistic kind of like family
background,
right?
Yeah.
Always loved movies, right? I was like in that household where, we always rented like 5 movies every Saturday night.
Oh, I remember.
VHS tapes,
VHS,
in front of the TV, and you watch that. So the kind of like movie influence, I guess, has always been there. It's been like inside of me the whole time, but it wasn't something that I thought that you could do as a career, right? Especially, coming from the time where I come from, this is now before, like freedom and all of that stuff, So I was still from back then, that era, right?
That's
segregation and stuff.
Man, that's a long time ago. That's a long time.
So I didn't know that. I don't think my parents actually thought that, being in the film industry was a viable thing. You know, for them, film industry was you're going to be a cameraman on the news, right?
Yeah.
So I went to art school, Pro Arte in Pretoria, studied art. I was going to become the closest thing that I thought I would do in the film industry was to become a computer graphics designer, right? Because of my art background, right?
Okay.
I was like, oh, that's something I can do, you know, like growing up with like The Lion King, you know, those OG, you know, Disney stuff that we grew up with. I was like, that's what I want to do. So I did that, graduated. I was very young when I graduated. I think I was like 16 when I finished high school. I enrolled at Damlin. I was going to do this like 2-year course at Damlin. I was going to study. I was going to, like, you know, the dream was to go overseas, work at one of these Disney studios, you know, do all that.
That's always
Which would have been,
That's
you know,
always
it would have been cool, right?
Yeah.
I would have been doing Avatar right now. But, and then one of my friends came to me just before we started the next year, and he told me about this thing called kibbutz, okay?
Kibbutz, okay.
Kibbutz is basically you go to Israel for like a year.
Okay.
A lot of people go there.
Okay.
And you work on farms, right?
Okay. Okay.
You work on these different farms. Each farm, you know, you do different things. There's like a farm that you've got avocado fields, banana fields, and you go and you do manual labor, right? And they provide you with accommodation, and they give you something like, you know, $100 a week to buy stuff for yourself. And my friend told me about that, and he was like, wow, that sounds interesting, right? So I went to my parents and I said, I would love to do this. I know I need to start studying, but I would love to like take a year off.
Sorry, is it like to find yourself and
Yeah, you know,
center
like
yourself
exactly.
and just like
See the
get
world,
to see the world
right?
for what it really
Yeah,
is.
for what and I thought it was such an important kind of like moment and decision in my life, right, to do that. And they were okay with it because I was so young at that time. So they were like, you know, fine, cool, go do it. I'm so happy they made that decision to send me. And I went over to Israel to go do this with my one friend. You get to the kibbutz and they divide you up. The day you get there, you get out of this bus and you're on this farm, you're in a strange country you've never been at. And you meet all these other different foreigners from all these different countries, right?
Yeah.
That come to this kibbutz. You get out of the bus and then they look at you and they go, where are you from? And you go, I'm from South Africa. And they go, okay, cool. You're going to go work in the banana fields. You're going to go carry bananas. Now, if you know, if you've seen banana fields in KZN, you know, like those rows and rows of bananas, right? That's basically what we did. So my job for a year was to work on these banana fields and carry bananas. Now, you got to remember
This long.
these bananas, right?
Yeah.
And I'll get back to this, how crazy the story is and how life works out.
Yeah.
So I carried these bananas on their shoulder for like a year. And during that time, during that period of that year, my parents sent me like this box of goodies from South Africa. And in that box of goodies, they sent me like biltong, and there was this magazine that I used to buy every week or every second week in South Africa that had new movie like reviews inside of it, right? So it would just review a movie and talk about the movie industry and so on. And they sent me that as well. This box took about 6 months to arrive in Israel. Okay. By the time it arrived, it was literally just before myself and my friend decided to leave. We wanted to leave a little bit earlier than what our return flight was at that time because we were just like over it. And I got the call. They were like, "There's a package for you." I went to the place where I kept all the packages, and there was this plastic bag with this old cardboard box, all messed up, right? Because it took so long.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Do you still remember the name of the magazine?
I can't remember the name, but the only thing that survived was this magazine, right? Everything else
Out of everything,
okay. Everything else is rotten. You can imagine 6 months, everything. Like I couldn't salvage anything. I took this magazine out, put it in my bag. I didn't look at it, put it in my bag. And myself and my friend decided, okay, cool, we're gonna go to Tel Aviv. We're gonna try and get onto the first flight out, come back home. We made our mission. Now we don't have money, right? We spend all the money. I think we spent our last bit of money to get to the city. And we get to, which it was like back then was still SAA Airlines, right?
Okay.
We get there, we're like, listen, our flight's only, I think, about 5-6 days from now. Can we get onto the next flight? We want to change our flight. We want to go back home. They were like, sorry, it's like peak season. You're going to have to come back to this office every day and hopefully you'll get onto the waiting list, right, to get onto the flight. So now we're there. We're in Tel Aviv, myself, my friend, with our backpacks. I think we had the equivalent of like 50 Rand between us, right? We don't know what to do. They just told us we have to come back here every day. We can't go back to the kibbutz. It's too far. We can't
There's nothing
that.
to
There's
eat.
Nothing. So we decided we're going to go buy this like one loaf of bread. We slice it up and we buy like a jam and we keep this jam with us so we could ration that bread for the next couple of days because we don't know how long it's going to take, right?
It's like one slide in.
Yeah. So we decided, okay, we're going to sleep. Sorry.
Cool.
We're going to sleep on the street. So we slept on the street. We slept, at bus stops. And for 2 days, we tried to hustle. We tried to ask people if we could sleep at backpackers. They didn't allow us in. And the one night we slept on the beach, and I remember this. It's quite funny. I remember this, like the morning we woke up, there was like this guy standing there just watching us, like as we woke up, and he was looking at us like this. And myself and my friend were like, we got to get out of here. So we decided to go to the airport, and we stayed at the airport for like another 2 nights before our flight back, right? Eventually we get onto the flight, and we're on our way home. We're dirty, we're tired, we're looking like scrawny, And on the flight back, I decided to take out this magazine, and I took this magazine out, right? And I open up the magazine, and I go through it, and in the middle of this magazine, there's this competition for a new film school that just opened up in South Africa called AFTA. Right?
Yeah.
And it was like, if you want to get into the school, write this short story. And I was just like, it was meant to be, right? And I was like, this is what I want to do. This is meant to be. So as soon as I got back, I wrote this, I can't remember, I think I wrote a short story based on my experiences in Israel.
Okay.
And I sent it in. And I think about 2 weeks later, they called me up and they were like, we love your story. We think you should come and study at the school. And they invited me to come study at AFTA.
Shucks.
Yeah. So that's how I ended up
in AFTA.
At AFTA.
In school.
Right.
Yeah.
And to kind of like just like loop the story back, that year of carrying bananas, on the shoulder, just prepared me to carry a camera on the shoulder. For the rest of my life. How crazy.
That's why you love handheld.
That's why I love handheld. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
So that is how I got. You see, so if I didn't do that, I would not be here today. If I didn't take that year off, didn't go and work in those
mad.
Those fields.
Yeah,
it's just all kind of connected and led me to this point, right? And then I went to AFTA, obviously, studied over there, and then I started shooting a lot of music videos. I studied, my mentor was a DP called Rob Malpage. He's very well known. He was the DP that shot Hizo, So I studied underneath him, and he went out, he started working with Angus at BOM and Tebogo.
Yeah.
And then they created Hizo.
What year was this when you first went into what do you call it, AFTA?
So I think this is while I was still at AFTA, right? So
which year was
he
that?
graduated. Oh man, like the 19. It's like 19.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Well, as soon as you say the 19s, people are like,
let's skip. Yeah,
just make it 2000.
Okay.
In the 2000s, I graduated.
2000.
Yeah, I graduated. I'm sure I graduated in 2000.
Don't worry. You don't have to if you
bleep that out.
Yeah.
Okay, just make me. I'm 25.
Yeah.
I'm your age.
You heard it. Amen. Amen. It's an
So
anything.
yeah, so Rob shot. He's a like I wanted to be Rob because he was like one of those DPs that just like did groundbreaking work in the industry and so on. I think then he went on to start shooting the first season of Jacob's Cross, right? And at some point, we got word in the industry that he's going to leave and he's looking for a replacement. And he told me about it. And he was like, "Listen, I think you should come and replace me on Jacob's Cross."
He was leaving.
He was going to leave.
So he trusted you that much.
So he was like, "You got to do this. You've been doing music videos. It's time for you to kind of like move on and come, replace me and come do this." So I was excited.
He's been looking at your shots.
Yeah.
He's been drawing storyboards with you.
So he was like, you're the one that I think can replace me at BOM,
Yeah.
So I was excited. I've heard of BOM. Everybody was telling me, this is the company to go shoot for. It wasn't like a permanent thing, but it was like, of course, that's what I would like to do. And at that time, I was, like I'm friends with another DP called Tom Murray, which is also amazing DP.
Most of these people I know, but I just can't really put the name to the face.
Tom is like top, right? So I think at that point we were actually living together, and Tom had an interview at BOM as well, right? So we went for the same interview, for the same thing. We were going to go. And we went on the same day. I remember Tom walking out, and I walked in straight after him. And I was stressed because I knew Tom shot.
Best. Yeah.
He shot some stuff already. He shot drama, long-form stuff already, which I didn't do at that time. I was more focused on music videos because I thought, music videos were going to be the thing that was going to send me overseas and, do all that stuff. And I went in and I met Desiree for this interview.
Oh,
I was sweating. Dude, I remember, I don't know what it was that day. It was one of those days where it was like 35 degrees.
Yeah.
And we were in the small room, the old BOM offices. And we're sitting in this room and I was facing the sun. And I was sweating. That like when you had to wipe your face like this. And I'm like,
down your arms
and they're asking me these questions. And Desiree, she is a very, intimidating person if you don't know her.
I've met her.
You know Des.
Right? I've met her.
So Des is like, she is so intimidating if you don't know her. She's got the greatest heart.
She's got a smile. She's got a big smile.
But So I was sitting there. I was like, "There's no." So I walked out of that interview, and I was like, "I don't have this job, right?" Which was fair because I haven't shot drama, right?
Yeah.
I just did music videos. A couple of days later, they called me up. They were like, "Sorry, you don't have the job. Tom's got the job." I was like, "Cool, no stress. I'll go back to what I do best," Tom started shooting, I think, still the first season of Jacob's Cross, and I think because he also worked with Angus before, so they had a relationship. And then a few weeks later, I got a call, and they were like, "Tom's leaving. Tom's gonna go do something in Cape Town.
Okay,
can you come in?" And I went in, and I was so nervous, right? I was going to take over from Tom now. Tom took over from Rob. But I went in, and I remember I made this promise to myself, and I was like, I'm going to do the best work I've ever done. I'm going to show them that, that I'm worth this position. I'm going to prove myself. And I did it, right? And I never left again. I never left BOM.
You really never left.
I really never left. I made BOM my home, and ever since then, I've shot every single show, for BOM.
That's amazing.
Yeah, since Jacob's Cross. Yeah.
Man, that's amazing. That's amazing.
And that's how I met Angus and Desiree, and then I met the amazing Mr. Uga.
Yeah.
And we just clicked, like myself, Angus, and Adze at BOM right now.
But how do you meet Adze.
He was working on Jacob's Cross as well.
Okay.
you
So
know?
he was like
Yeah,
directing.
he was he was like a creator. He's part of the creative team that created the show. So I think at that time he was also one of the writers, and at some point I think he started directing as well, right? And I mean, I was in such a cool position because back then I was just a DP, right? And just to kind of like sit back and to watch them work was the best film school I could ask for, right? To be underneath Angus and watch him work, to learn from Adze and watch him work, right? It's been an amazing experience. And over the years, I kind of just sat back and just watched them until I got the opportunity to direct as well. They were and I think it was on Istembiso, where they were like,
I was like
you
in
wanna-
20.
yeah,
20.
Istembiso was I can't remember.
16, 17, 18. Yeah, around 16.
Yeah. So they
to
were like,
19.
they were like, "Do you wanna direct?" And I was like, "Of course, it's always been my dream, right?"
Yeah.
And I ended up doing both. And I think the only reason why I felt comfortable doing that was because I had those two gentlemen to learn from. So yeah, and
How did you find it?
How do I find working
How did
with
you
them?
find
How do I
directing?
Directing and
Yeah, for the first time.
it was.
Were you intimidated?
It was
Were you...
intimidating, dude. It was so intimidating because you see how these other directors direct actors so effortlessly.
It's all
I'm
good.
gonna work with my English.
Yeah. I'm supposed to be doing that. Okay.
And they make it so easy, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, these actors are not gonna take me seriously
Yeah.
because I've been shooting.
Yeah.
I've been behind the camera. I've just been doing that.
Yeah.
And that's how they know me, right? As a cameraman, DP, cinematographer, whatever. Are they going to listen to me? Are they going to... And I tell you what, I had the best experience because these actors just embraced me and they gave me that opportunity. They were willing to learn and even give me advice, right? And I trusted them. And I think that's the thing is you got to trust your actors, especially if you are new, right? Trust your actors. And yeah, it just escalated from that. And being in the position where I'm right now, being able to kind of direct and shoot shows like Shaka is amazing, man.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Before we're gonna get to Shaka, I can't wait to talk about that because you guys are doing amazing work there. Fun fact. Do you know that my first show, I actually got a first show that actually gave me a character. Okay, let me just give me a wild guess. Which company do you think I first shot with?
It was with us, right? Wasn't it?
Okay, he knew I was gonna say that.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, he knew.
No, I wasn't. I just remember we had a brief conversation about it.
Yeah. So the first time I actually got a character in a television show was with Bomb.
Yeah.
Many moons ago.
Yeah.
And it was just like a small character that I thought was gonna go, on and on and on. But like, sadly, the show was coming to an end.
Exactly.
And that show was Istembiso.
Yeah.
The first guy that shot me was Maseven.
Yes. Yeah.
Salvation, right?
Yeah.
He was the guy. Like, I remember Salvation was there. I don't remember a lot of people, but I remember Salvation still had a long hair.
Yeah, it's my boy.
I acted crap.
Yeah.
Sorry. I acted. Yeah, no, I couldn't act to save my life. I couldn't. I kept on blinking. I thought acting was about like looking handsome and stuff. I kept on I kept on doing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But after that, I empowered myself.
There you go. Yeah.
I empowered myself, and things changed.
Yeah.
Enough about me.
That's cool. I like to hear your story.
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing, right? It's the same thing. You see yourself in a position and you criticize yourself to a point where you want to do better, right? And I'm the same, dude. I never, I never look at my work and I go, I'm the best, right? I'm so critical over my work. Doesn't matter what it is. Even when people kind of praise it, I'm like, I could have done
It's
better.
not enough.
It's not enough.
It's not enough. Can we go again?
Can we go again? It's about that. And I think if the day you stop doing that, that's the day you're gonna fail, right? You always got to look at your work and always got to criticize yourself. You can never be comfortable because tomorrow another person will just step into that same position and you'll just be like a whisper, right?
Yeah, true.
So it's always about like elevating yourself and not thinking that you're the best and pushing yourself to like another level, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think like I mean you've done it, so it's cool, man. It's cool to see. Yeah.
I never really thought that one day I'd sit like this on a chair with, one of the greats in the film business. When I look back, you get to notice how far you've come.
That's a scary thing, right? It's like you
Really scary.
look back and you go, wow. And I think, Mr. Uga touched upon this, right? It's about how good or bad, whatever you've done, it's just how all of those things prepare you for the next thing, right? And that's how I kind of like look at my career as well in the industry. And right now with Shaka, I know we'll talk about it now, but it does feel like everything we've done before prepared us for this, right? To be able to do this and do it properly. So everything we've done led us to this, and it's I'm grateful for that, right? So all those mistakes we've made, all the bad shows we've made, even then, like you learn from that to do better. And even now, myself and Mr. Uga, and even Mr. Gibson, we are so critical of our work. We know people are going to be like, "Oh, this is nice," but dude, like if I tell you like how we feel when we're sitting in post and we're going through our episodes and we putting it together, and we just like, oh man, why did we do this?
You guys are geniuses. Like you guys are geniuses.
But I think it's like Mr. Gibson's a genius when it comes to putting things together. But
He is.
But I think it's having that amazing team of people around you, right? And also that team being honest.
Yeah.
We're always honest with each other when we, like either you've done great or you've kind of messed up over here. You could have done better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just get a new one? Yeah. What's the story with the three of you guys? Like, when someone gets a job, is it the fact that, like, wait, is it like, do you tell everybody that, like, if a show gets commissioned, for instance, does maybe Mr. Uga, Mr. Gibson go like, okay, I'll do it, but I won't do it if Zeno's not coming on? Like, I'll do it. If Zeno's not there, I'm not going to do it. And then Zeno's like, if Uga's not there, like I'm not gonna like. What's the case of the three of you guys? You guys have a really, really good relationship going on.
Yeah, we do.
And it's been going on strong for years.
Yeah, so it's not funny enough. So it's not. I can tell you right now, it's not. It's not just us, right?
Yeah.
So it's Bomb. Bomb is a family, right? Yeah. And there's a lot of people that need the credit for what we do.
Yeah.
Desiree. Dylan, post-production, the editing team, like the production team, like everybody that's part of that company is part of what we create on a daily basis, right? But if you just look at the three of us, I mean, it's not a question of if we get a new show, if this person's not there, then we're going to do it. Like Bomb is a very unique kind of place in a sense of we've decided to keep people together at the company, right? Other production companies don't work like that. Other production companies work per show. So you'll have a production company and you'll have your key characters, like your two owners of that company.
Sure. Yeah.
That run that company, and they'll only bring in people when they get a show.
When
right?
needed. Yeah.
When needed, right? And once that show's finished, they let everybody go, right? And they wait until the next show comes. Whereas at Bomb, Desiree and Angus have made this decision to keep us all around because
Permanent.
it's like permanently, right? Yeah. And that's where our relationship kind of like grew from. And yeah, right now it's, myself, Angus, and Adzi, we think so alike that, we can walk onto a show like Shaka and we know exactly what each person wants and how to achieve that, right? There's no question about it. Like, we know that, like, it's actually quite funny because we were sitting in post the other day and we were watching an episode. Can't remember the episode. I think it was episode 9 of the 3rd season, right? And we're watching that episode, and we all just turned. I think Angus turned to us and he was like, "Who did this episode? Whose episode is this?" And we were just like, "We don't know," because it's like at some point during that show, you have to shoot so much that the one director would direct a scene, the other director would be off directing another scene, and I'll jump between those two roles. I'll either, I shoot the whole show, but one day I'll direct a scene, and so on. But that trust is there because we all think alike, right? It's not like by the end of the day you get a show that feels so incoherent, like every episode feels incoherent. It's like one vision, it's like one view, it's like one dream, right? Visualized. So it's amazing because we like, Angus is different. He is very particular about what he wants. Mr. Uga is very different. I'm very different, but together we're the same. If that makes sense.
I get it. I get it. Like I've seen how the three of you guys marry, It's you get this weird feeling that it feels like you guys are one person.
Yeah.
It feels like you guys are one person. Like I've gotten an opportunity to work with you guys in the past. Why didn't you get me on Shaka?
Oh man, why did I get you? You're not
you guys.
available.
I felt that. Like, you guys
You're
are
too
one
expensive.
person. Expensive. Okay, I'm expensive.
Yeah. You gotta.
Yeah.
Don't undercharge yourself.
Yeah, I'm expensive. Be prepared.
You are worth it. That's a better way to put it.
From today onwards.
That's what you gotta put on your thing. I'm worth it.
Yeah,
You
true.
gotta walk around with your T-shirt, your name, say I'm worth it. Man.
True.
Hire me before I'm too expensive.
Did you get that?
Yeah.
It almost went.
Yeah.
Hire me before.
I saw a post like that the other day, and it was a very young guy, and from Africa, DP. I follow a lot of them, right? And he made this post, and there was this great shot of him on this roof overlooking Nairobi with a camera, right?
Yeah.
And the caption was just like, hire me before I'm too expensive, before you can't afford me.
Yeah, true.
And it's a bold statement to make, right? But, and then it cuts to his showreel. And I was like, oh man, that's cool. That he's got balls to put that out there. And it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I'm too shy to do that. I can never do that.
Yeah, I know.
Like I'm too like.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
I've never been in, kind of like the kind of guy that's like, hey, you can't afford me,
Yeah. Before we go into Shaka just now, I'd just like to take you back. You spoke about kibbutz, spoke about the camp and, training people to find themselves. And what really drove you to running away? Like what was, if you don't want to talk about it, it's fine. But like what was the turning point? What led you to thinking, I'm not going to do this?
To you talking about me going to Israel?
you went to South Africa. You went back to South Africa, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys run?
No,
Was your time over?
yeah. No, no, the time wasn't over. I think it was a bit of like mixed feelings about, definitely missing home, right? I mean, like I said, I was very young. I think I just turned 17. I turned 17 when I was in Israel,
Okay.
right? So I was young. I missed home, but and it's so crazy because you're out there. You like the 16-year-old. You're working. You're grinding every day. To eat. I mean, they fed us, but it taught me a lot.
It's a
right?
camp. Yeah.
Yeah, it teaches you a lot because you're out there and you appreciate hard work. You appreciate how to work hard. You got to earn a living. You got to earn that. And I think I'm so happy that I did that. But at some point, you start missing home. So I just wanted to get back home. I just wanted to get back to my family. I missed everybody because I just didn't see them for a whole year. And I know that my family was gonna leave South Africa as well. So when I got back, I can't remember now, it wasn't immediate. But when I got back, we got word that, my dad was gonna get a job in Dubai.
Okay.
And he was going to take, my mum and my two brothers with.
Yeah.
So, I was going to be the only one left behind. So I think I also just wanted to get back and be with them for those last couple of months, or I can't remember, a year or two.
Yeah. Okay. I see.
Yeah, it wasn't just something too deep. It was just, just missing home and just being back in South Africa. It doesn't matter where you go to, man. There's just something about the people in the country and like just being back here, right? And being in a foreign country that young is scary, right? So yeah, I just wanted to come back to mommy, just eat.
Okay, I get you.
Eat the
I get
food,
I get you before
before they leave. Yeah.
Yeah, and then bum.
Yeah.
We get into Shaka Ilembe. There's this massive budget. Was it the first time you handled the budget that big?
Definitely, yeah. It was intimidating. There was like this intimidation about doing a show that big, a responsibility.
It was on your shoulders.
Yeah, it was on your shoulders. It was like this very like surreal thing to be in that position, because it was like, this is so cool. This is amazing. We're actually going to do this.
What?
What? But then it was also like, if we don't get this right, it's going to be embarrassing. Right?
Everybody's... I still remember. After the first episode, it was... Zeno was all over the news. Like, Zeno Petersen. I looked at the numbers on the internet that were going up insanely, and I was like,
that was my TikTok.
That was... You had amazing shots on that day. Please take me through. Take me through that. Like, this is... Just please take me through.
Again, it's a team effort, man. Like, the world that Dylan created, the world that Angus envisioned, the leadership of Desiree, the brothership of Adze and the whole team, the crew, the costume, the hair, like every single body was responsible for each and every frame of that show, right? So that's why it's so hard for me to take any credit alone. I can never just be like, thank you for saying that. That show looked amazing, because I know that every single frame that I framed up had hundreds of hands, were involved in creating that one frame. From the people that came from KZN to make the huts. If it wasn't for them, if they didn't come and make those huts, and I wouldn't have anything to shoot, right? If Shelly didn't do the wardrobe, right, I wouldn't have nothing to shoot. if the actors didn't bring their A game, I wouldn't have anything to shoot. So, but yeah, like I was so nervous, man. And the crazy thing is, run beginning, I was not supposed to shoot the show. Can you believe it?
Why?
Because I wanted to use this big show as the platform for me to push my directing to another level, right?
Oh, you wanted to direct.
I wanted to just direct. And, before this, I was like, I was directing telenovelas, and I was like, this is my opportunity to prove to people that I can also direct and direct properly and do something big. So we were gonna go in a different direction with who was gonna come in and shoot the show. And unfortunately it didn't. We started shooting the show and it didn't work out with that person. And then they came back to him and were like,
Do you wanna?
do you wanna shoot? And it was actually my gaffer Dave Howe, the lighting guy, right? And I've worked with Dave since Jacob's Cross, right? Most of this team that did Shaka was people that we've worked with since Jacob's Cross.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So it's people that we trust, right? And Dave was the one that really pushed me, and he was like, you can do this. You can direct and you can shoot, and we will support you every single day. Just do it, because there's a whole team here that trusts you and they want me to do it. So I was like, okay. And I went to Desert and went to Angus, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. I'll direct and shoot.
I'll do both. And it worked out, right?
It kind of worked out, yeah.
It did.
It kind of worked out. Yeah.
It did. That's amazing. That's
sort of, I'm not advising everybody to do it. It's like, my wife over there, she took the brunt of like my work, so she had to deal with me coming home late and really taking care of me, and those days where I was like very tired.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Coming back home just to sleep. Waking up in the morning. I'll see you then.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she really took care of me and, supported me, my family and everybody. But she was the one that was there to go like, you can do this, you can keep doing this, So it's good to have people like that in your life as well, because like, in the film industry, it's so hard, man. You put so much into it, Most of the year, you on set.
Yeah.
I hardly see my other family, right?
Yeah.
So to come home and not have anybody sucks, right? Because
Really does.
And to have somebody, it makes a huge difference.
It does.
It makes a huge difference. It pushes you. So I'm grateful for that. But yeah.
This is what I want to do. Because this is your moment. Is there anything you want to say to your family? Just look into that camera and say everything you want to say to your family. Yeah. Your wife, your family, your kids, if you do have kids, and it's everyone, just from the bottom of your heart. What do you want to say to them?
You're putting me on the spot, yeah.
Man, you only live once.
No, I guess, I just want to, I want to say that, I'm grateful for all the support over the years, because without that support, I would not be in this position. I would not be where I am right now. And the belief in me, in doing what I'm doing right now, I think that is so important, to have a family, friends, and people that you trust. Because, basically, everybody I work with at BOM is my family, right? So this thank you goes out to them as well.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, I believe you've done some internationals.
Not really, to be honest with you. Can you believe that?
Not really.
No.
Nah, guys. Now, what is this?
No.
What is this?
Local.
What is this?
Local.
No, well, you did one.
Yeah.
Shaka Ilembe is an international.
You can count Shaka as an international. But
Well, my point was that I just want to know, what is your highlight in your career where you got to play with big toys, what was your favorite toy? Like the first toy that you had an encounter with, and you were like, no, this is mad. I don't even know how I'm gonna like operate this thing.
There's been a lot of. I mean, the crazy thing is, I mean, you look at Shaka. It's got like the craziest budget, right?
Yeah.
And you would think that we would have the craziest toys on set, but we don't.
Yeah.
We don't, because we believe that it's important to put the story first. And I didn't want my work or my equipment or any of those toys to be a hindrance to the story.
Yeah.
I wanted the story to play out, and I wanted the camera to disappear, right? As beautiful as each frame is.
Yeah.
I mean, I just wanted the camera to be still. And again, this is like, a creative decision amongst the team. But we wanted that camera to be still. We wanted the camera only to be impactful when the emotions were there, right? And the camera only to move when it needed to move. And when I looked at it like that, I was like, I don't need big toys. I don't need fancy toys, right? And I think we've always been like that at Bob. We've always kind of like went with minimal than cool. It's something that I've learned over the years, right? You don't have to be cool. You don't have to have all those toys. You can shoot stuff on your phone, and as long as the story resonates and the actors in the story connects with the people, I think that is the most important thing. I don't want people to talk about shows just based on what it looks like, right? And it's amazing to hear people say a show like Shaka looks beautiful, but I don't want that to be the thing that people take away from it. I want people to walk away from it and say, that show, that story, that changed the way I view things, right? That touched me, which it's doing, right? That story of Shaka and the telling of Shaka is touching people, and having it look good is just like a little bonus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when it comes to toys, man, like, there's been a few things, but I've got a very good operator, DP, cameraman / brother, Salvation.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
That plays with all the toys, and he's my right hand, so he gets to run around with all these little toys. There's a camera called the DJI Ronin,
The Ronin
4D
chicken.
the little chicken, right? We call it the chicken.
Yeah, the chicken.
And I think that has been the one thing that we've utilized in our shows right now that has changed the game a little bit, right? And I think we were one of the first people to use it, and we were like, what are we going to do with this thing? But have you ever seen a little...
Let's go again. Let's go again. This is him with the shoulder pad.
Yeah. with the bananas. the bananas.
Okay, let's go again. Yeah, I got it. Scene down.
Exactly, Yeah. The dream is to obviously do bigger things. I don't know. The dream is to not, and let me not say do bigger things.
Because you've done bigger things.
Yeah, the dream is to do more things that will change the landscape. The dream is to tell more stories that people connect to. I think that's the thing, right? That people relate to. So if I can continue doing that, whether it be over here, locally, or internationally, then I'll be happy, right? I want to tell local stories. Like a lot of people aim to go overseas. And yes, if somebody phones me up tomorrow and they say, listen, we've got $50 million, you can come and come shoot a film overseas, I'll do it, because I think that's the way you grow, right? But if I get the same opportunity in South Africa and I can tell South African stories, I'll do that first. Yeah. So that's the dream, man. I've got big dreams, man. Yeah.
So what do you want to say to the young ones, the old ones out there? Please look into there one more time and just like heal them.
Heal them.
Well, you're not a doctor, but you've earned your stripes, and I think whatever you say can be trusted out there.
Okay, well, to the old ones, I feel like we should do more things like this so we can educate the younger ones, right? Education is expensive, and I feel like there's ways and means for us to give back like this to the younger folk that want to do what we do. And to the younger ones, it's not about the toys, it's about the story, right? You can go out, you can shoot a story on your phone if you want to, as long as the story is the thing that people connect to. Yeah.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I won't lie. I will not lie. There's a lot that I've picked up from this episode, and I'm really happy that you're sitting down on this chair. One more surprise, well, not surprise, it's just an announcement for the keys, all of the keys out there. I know that you guys have been holding us down, and we are proud to announce that we have got a new stylist. Yay! So I'm not wearing black anymore. Well, I am, because I'm an artist. I am going to wear black.
You know, like the thing is, I wore black because I watched your episode and you wore black, and I'm like,
Did I disappoint you?
And then you walk in, and I'm like, I should have worn my colorful Bruce Lee underwear.
Bruce Lee. Well, yeah.
Next time,
I appreciate it.
Send me a message. Just be like, yo, let's go colorful.
Artists wear black, you know.
It's like, and I asked her,
What is this?
She was like, just wear black.
Did he really?
Yeah, I was standing in the cupboard like this. I was like, must I wear my brown, nice, colorful,
Oh, man.
like fresh look?
Yeah.
She's like, no, go black. It's fine. I was like, yeah, no, you wore black last week. So I'll match him. It's fine. Match his energy.
Oh man, I'm gonna. Yeah, no, I'm gonna. Yeah, but yeah,
But
this
cool.
guy
It's
just
cool. That's cool.
This guy
I dig it.
approached us, and he was like, you know what? No, I'm lying. I approached him. Yeah,
take the credit.
yeah. Let me give him. Yeah.
So
No.
you
This
approached
guy, I approached him.
Yeah.
I approached this guy, and he had amazing clothes. And he was like, I'll hook you up, man. I'll dress you for the show, and I'll style you. And yeah, I'm looking
That
forward
is
to
dope.
seeing a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congrats.
So from now on, you guys will have to wear.
There you
Okay?
go. Yeah.
Okay. We are leaving now.
There you go.
Mugwena waita. Halala. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much.
bacelele bonke anaxesha lobhoxa ndayithela lelu ndafafaza iphunga kwakhala bezulu bathe yawe nathi ungaphinda undiphendule xa ndithetha ndisusa ngathi yaphepha vula iphipha hayi ndokhala embambeni ngeninduke endodeni ngenukunuka komphembe sendozona ngathi ujesu xa ndingena yangena sangena